Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new, and welcome to a charity shop book haul. I have two piles in front of me. I'm going to jump straight in. They range from like 10p each to I think 50p each. So I'm going to start with the classics, modern classics, etc. The first one I got is John Steinbeck's East of Eden. I actually found this in my doctor's surgery for 20p. Don't know a lot about it. Two families whose destinies are fruitfully and fatally intertwined over the generations between the beginning of the 20th century and the end of the First World War. The Trasks and the Hamiltons will helplessly replay the fall of Adam and Eve and the murderous rivalry of Cain and Abel. Can't say it sounds overly appealing, but there's a reason it's like a modern classic. So is it a modern classic or just a classic? I believe it's a modern classic. Anyway, I digress. I found in my library for 50p Jack London's White Fang. I know this is about a wolf and her cub, and they get captured, and it's about like survival of the fittest. And yeah, White Fang will have to learn that civilization can be every bit as vicious and violent as nature, and most important of all, that survival is only awarded to the fittest. Next, 50p each, I got two classics, but I quite like the covers. I got Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre and Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, and they're just in these covers, and I haven't seen these covers before. They don't really tell you much about them on the back, but it's kind of like I like the gothic-y kind of vibes, so 50p each, I thought why not. Then I got two retellings of Pride and Prejudice. Now I've never read that, it's on my list, I will get it read, but then I saw these, I was like, I have to have these. So first one I got, Mr. Darcy Vampire. I mean, really. It says Pride and Prejudice continues. A test of love that will take them to hell and back. So I think that's going to be quite a fun one. And then I got Pride and Prejudice Hidden Lusts as well. So obviously this is like a naughty take. Mr. Darcy has never been more devilish, and the seemingly chaste Elizabeth never more turned on. And the entire cast of characters from Austen's classic is here, caught with their breeches unbuttoned and their skirts raised high, in this reimagined red-hot Regency romance. Okay, I like the idea of reading Pride and Prejudice, and then maybe a couple of like fun retellings as well. Right, so they're like the classic-y kind of ones. Then I got three Christmas books. I found the 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, and this was 10p. I haven't read the back of any of the Christmas books because they're Christmas books, so I'm going to get them. Kate Turner is happily single, a bit too happily in fact. Since returning to her hometown, the sleepy village of Blexford, she's been catching up with her oldest friends Laura and Matt, working on her flourishing career as a fabric designer and taking care of her beloved dad. Love hasn't really had a look in. But Kate does love Christmas, so when Laura insists she signs up to the 12 Dates of Christmas, a brand new dating app service, she doesn't need much persuading. 12 perfect festive dates with the area's most eligible men who could say no. Amongst the twinkling lights and over hot chocolates and glasses of red wine, romance is easy to find, but with each date, Kate learns more about the men and even more about herself. As the big day approaches, Kate's left wondering, is it really the season for true love, or will this Christmas be the coldest yet? So then I got the Christmas wish list. This was 50p. This is Heidi Swain. I've not read any of hers before. Hattie loses her job and agrees to join her boyfriend abroad for a fresh start in the sun. But first she promises to spend her last Christmas in England with her friend Dolly in the quintessentially festive town of Windbridge. Dolly is desperate to give Hattie a Christmas to remember, but does she have another plan up her sleeve? And they do, it looks like a wish list of all the Christmas things to work through. So it looks cute. I just love the covers of all the Christmas books. And then this one I got, this is Philippa Ashley's Christmas on the Little Cornish Isles, the Driftwood Inn. Again, I love the cover. So Christmas has arrived on the Cornish Isles of Scilly, bringing mistletoe, surprises and sprinkling of romance. About Maisie, she's moved back to Gull Island to help her parents run the Driftwood Inn. She's looking forward to a proper family Christmas, but she can't shake off the memories of last year and the day she lost everything. And then Patrick walks in, it looks like, and, you know, romance happens because it's a Christmas book. And you're going to have that, aren't you? You're going to have the cute, adorable romance. I'm moving on to the second pile now. This is kind of like the miscellaneous books. The first book I got, I'm really pleased. It was 20p in the doctor's surgery, and I had it out from the library. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to read it at the moment, but I want to own it. So this is fantastic. And it's Sally Rooney's Beautiful World, Where Are You? So I took the library copy back, obviously. And now I can just kind of read this in my own time. Alice, a novelist, meets Felix, who works in a warehouse, and asks him if he'd like to travel to Rome with her. In Dublin, her best friend Eileen is getting over a breakup and slips back into flirting with Simon, a man she has known since childhood. They're still young, life's catching up with them, they desire each other, they delude each other, they worry about sex and friendship in the world they live in. And yeah, it just looks like there's 4 people and it's their relationships between. I'm kind of intimidated by this, a little bit nervous, because I believe we've got a lack of speech marks and I just don't know if that's going to bother me or not. But I was really pleased to find this beautiful hardback for 20p. Really happy with that. Author by, I found Skyward for 50p by Brandon Sanderson. I mean, I grabbed it. I don't know if this is the first in the series, the 23rd in the series. I haven't got a clue. I haven't looked it up yet. I haven't had a chance. And I don't know if this is, alien race. So it's kind of sci-fi, fantasy. I haven't read anything by Brandon Sanderson yet, but maybe this is the year. Next book, I really can't explain. I really can't. Because it's not me. But I was maybe not in the best frame of mind. And it just looked a bit weirdly funky. And it's Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. I know, okay, so if you've seen the books that I've got before, you're probably thinking that's really not a soapy book. However, it kind of appealed. Glory never gets old. Clay Cooper and his band were once the best, the most feared and renowned crew of mercenaries this side of Heartworld. Their glory days long past, the Mercs have grown apart and grown old, fat, drunk, or a combination of the three. Then an ex-bandmate turns up at Clay's door with a plea for help, a kind of mission that only the very brave or very stupid would sign up for. It's time to get the band back together. And I think it was the quotes as well. It's an outstanding debut that will make you laugh and cry and hold your breath, full of heroes, humour and heart, lovable rogues, fantastical monsters. So I thought, this is not a Sophie book, but it does sound quite cool. So I was like, maybe it could be a Sophie book. Maybe it could. Right. And then I got 10p The Mum Minder by Jacqueline Wilson, because I want to go back and revisit Jacqueline Wilson over the next year or two. I've got loads of her books that I read, books that I haven't. I think I read this. I mean, it's a tiny little book. It's only 91 little pages. I'm looking forward to that. Then I got really bad hay fever and I keep pausing because I'm like, am I going to sneeze or not? And then it goes. Anyway, I got in the library City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, because I absolutely love this series. This is a Cassidy Blake series. It's a trilogy. And I'm determined, I think, to find them all. I believe this is the first one. Yeah, this is the one set in Edinburgh. There's one set in Paris. And there's a third one in Mexico. But they're really good. And anyway, we joined Cassidy Blake and she could see ghosts, really, and talk to them. And it's a YA, but middle grade to YA. I think kind of that little on the cusp there. But yeah, it's good. We like it. Then this one just appealed. This is The Wish List by Jane Costello. Things to do before I turn 30. Sleep under the stars, become an internationally renowned interior designer, jump out of a plane, find a man I'm going to marry. There are 6 months left of Emma Rice's 20s and she has some unfinished business. Her career is all wrong, her love life a mess, and that rambling country house she picked herself in is simply never materialised. Moreover, she's never seen Northern Lights, mastered the guitar, jumped out of a plane or snogged anyone famous, just some of the aspirations declared on a list she compiled 15 years ago. So as Emma hurtles towards her 30th birthday, she sets about addressing these issues, but as she discovers, with hilarious consequences, some of them are trickier to achieve than she thought. And that just really appealed to me. I love the sound of that. I am one, I have like an impossible list, I've done bucket lists and things like that, so I like the sound of this. And then I got 2 books, just 2 to go, from an author that I wanted to start reading again because I really want to read the Discworld series. So I got The Light Fantastic and Truckers, both Terry Pratchett. Now I remember as a kid, Dad read to me Truckers and The Diggers, I think, as well, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I like to read the whole series. I think there's like 40-50 books, so I'm just going to grab them as and when I see them. I mean, they were 10p each. I thought, why not? Let's see if we can collect all these. So anyway, that's my charity shop book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if any of those books appeal to you, or if you've read them, what you thought. Let me know what you're reading at the moment, just because I'm nosy and interested. And I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.